What's up, YouTubers? Today we've got banter versus banter. When I got the original WE Banter, I don't need to go into a full review of this. There's plenty out there on it, but this is a great thumb stud deployed knife made by WE Knives, designed by Ben Peterson, well known from Knife Banter. Everything basically was well designed and thought out on this one. I don't need to go into all that, but it's an instant classic in the EDC realm. Sub 3-inch blade, very neutral, non-threatening. Fits four hands or four fingers just fine in a medium large hand. So we don't really need to talk a whole lot about that. But I was such a fan that when the BladeHQ JG10 one came out, I went ahead and bought that, and that one I think was like 123 bucks. This one was this original one was 108. So I was thinking, oh great, it's probably worth it. Also, there's a 20 CV upgrade in steel, and I thought, hey, this is going to be fantastic. So boy, was I surprised. So that's why we have banter versus banter today. I was actually a little bit disappointed because a few of the design choices or production choices that were made, I'm not entirely sure why. So first thing we'll talk about is the original has S35 VN steel, and the new one has 20 CV, so a step up in retention, edge retention, and kind of a newer, sexier steel. So I thought that would be a great thing, and then that was. But then, after I actually deployed these and kind of played with them for a little bit, I noticed, and I'll try to get that on camera there, that the blade stock seemed thicker, and I hadn't really even looked at the specs when I bought this thing. I'm not normally one to really fret overly much about specs, but just for everybody on the camera, we'll go ahead and get the original is 0.09 inches thickness on that blade stock, and the new one is 0.12. So we have significantly thicker blade stock, and it did actually show in cutting. When I was cutting some cardboard, it definitely did not slice as well as one would expect with that that high saber grind on there. So that kind of surprised me, and of course also I did notice that in hand it was just a little bit heavier. So I'm going to go ahead and measure those. I haven't actually even verified that, but we'll see what we get. Hopefully we get a good reading on this. The original Banter weighs 2.8 ounces, and the BladeHQ one is 3.1 ounces. So again, and that would make sense, that the thicker blade stock. So then I was handling it, and it also just felt, in addition just to the thicker blade and the natural separation that would have to occur in those barrel spacers, it felt and looked to me like the G10 itself was thicker. And I actually measured that, and sure enough, I found that it's just ever so slightly thicker. It shouldn't be, and I took several different measurements, but it is just the slightest bit thicker, especially when you take the blade apart. So that also kind of surprised me that, okay, what are they going for here? A heavier use one? Banter? I'm not entirely sure. Like I said, it retains pretty much all of the original great features about it. Great deployment, easy thumb stud, good action, very smooth. So in terms of that, it was all good. The pocket clip was the same. Really liked that, and of course I like the coloring. But for me, just knowing that I was getting kind of a little bit more of an inferior knife in terms of performance, I'm a little bit disappointed on this particular one. So this particular BladeHQ edition is for me, it's not overly recommendable, and I actually, especially given the fact that it's 123 versus this one's 108. So for me, the original Banter stays the winner. So just wanted to get this out there and let folks know who may be looking to buy this. I know that they're actually out as of the time of this shooting of the BladeHQ edition. Again, I do like the look of it. I really like that jade green and the black. But is that worth it for me? Probably as an actual tool, no. This one I would actually, I don't know, probably move along. Maybe I might keep it. It's one of those things where I do like the coloring scheme of it. But I just wanted to go ahead and put that information out there for everybody who is thinking of buying one of these Banters, especially when these do come back. And in these, I'm sure the BladeHQ special editions will come back. So hope you did enjoy this and find it useful, at least to some degree. If you did, go ahead and like and subscribe, and have a great day for yourselves. Take care now.